Now, if I mention racing games, what do you think of? Gran Turismo, Burnout, Formula 1, 2005 maybe? But if I change this controller for this one, and you're anything like the guys in our Gadget Show office, then you'll break out into a huge smile and remember that somewhere hidden away in your loft is the best gadget toy ever made. I'm talking, of course, about Scalextric. As the 50th anniversary approaches, here's a little Gadget Show tribute to our favourite boy's toy. Scalextric was invented in the 1950s by a gentleman called Fred Francis. He started out making clockwork toy cars, but soon got fed up of chasing them around the kitchen floor. He wanted something much more controllable, so he fitted the cars with electric motors and built them a rubber track. Scalextric was born. It was an overnight success, but Fred couldn't cope with the demand. So in 1958, he sold Scalextric to Triang, who were better equipped to quickly produce the kit. They developed a new plastic track, 18 cars, 2 motorbikes, and built themselves a brand new factory. Sales boomed throughout the 60s, and 1964 saw the first Scalextric World Championship. Slot car racing, as it became known, was so popular that races were televised, and even Elvis had a room at Graceland's dedicated to the little motorised cars. So, how does it work? Well, it's one big circuit really, literally one big electrical circuit, with a current running down the metal groove of the track. Underneath the car is a small gimbal wheel which sits inside the track and uses that electrical current to power the small motor inside the car. The speed button on the controller acts as a resistor, so the harder you press it, the more current you get and the faster your car goes. But the trick to slot car racing, as indeed with any track racing, is to learn to get around the twisty bits. These days, Scalextric is a serious business. At auction, some of the rarest cars can fetch upwards of £500. There are collectors' clubs all over the world where fans meet, build permanent tracks and race against each other, showing off their modified cars.
Last lap for Richard in the lead. Finish blue.
There are countless special events held throughout the calendar, including world record attempts and even 24-hour endurance racing. Scalextric's best-selling product is this, the Mini. It was launched in 1964 and since then it's been a firm favourite. Of course, over the years they've added hundreds of motorbikes and cars to the collection, but get this, Scalextric have sold enough of this track to go around the world. Twice! With the advent of computer racing games, Scalextric sales have taken a big hit. But in an attempt to fight back, they've developed tracks on which you can pull tricks and slides. You can even race 6 cars at once and overtake each other. And soon, you'll be able to hook your track up to your PC and race online. This is one of the greatest gadgets ever invented. And let's be honest, we've all got a bit of Scalextric hidden away in the loft. Dust it down, set it up, and reacquaint yourself with the simple joys of slot car racing.